Hey, what's up everybody in the vinyl community? This is Steve from Steve Spins Records, and today we are going to look at Norah Jones' Come Away With Me. So I've been watching the In Groove YouTube channel and watching Mike's videos for quite a while to keep up with the new releases that are happening in vinyl and in the independent vinyl scene specifically. Mike does a great job with his videos, and as he goes through his new releases, he often makes plugs for records that you should own. He's one of the reasons why I got into listening to some of the Tone Poet stuff, listening to the more analog recordings that are out there, and he finally got to me. He finally broke me, and I said, you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and make an order. I'm gonna order both of the Sidewinder by Lee Morgan, which I couldn't find anywhere else, and then also this album, which is Norah Jones' Come Away With Me. So here, without further ado, let's take a look at the package. We'll get through what's inside here, what you get when you buy it. I'll talk about the history of the album, and then give an idea of who it might be good for, or if you want to check it out, how you might want to listen to it, or what you might want to be doing while you do that. So again, Norah Jones, this, to me, when I heard about it, the analog pressing of it, I thought, okay, I've listened to some Tone Poet series jazz. I've listened to that style of music, pretty much jazz and on the analog side, or at least like where they're getting the mastering from the tapes, and it's done by Kevin Breit and all this other stuff. And I said, okay, let me branch out a little bit outside of jazz. Norah Jones is kind of jazzy. She's kind of bluesy, kind of folksy on this record. But I wanted to just give it a different listen, because instead of hearing just straight instrumental music all the time, I wanted to see what a vocalist sounds like. And boy, was this quite a record to start with. So what I didn't know about this record, obviously in the early 2000s, I'd heard of Norah Jones, heard the record, heard kind of the radio singles of Don't Know Why and Come Away With Me, those kind of big ones as they were coming out. I think I was in high school, so I'm sure they were played at homecoming dances and proms and stuff like that. But very much reminiscent of that time. But as I listened to it later in life as an adult, I'm like, okay, this is serious quality stuff here. Then I come to find out that this album won several Grammys in 2003. So it was released in February of 2002. And then I believe it was 2002 or 2003 where it won a bunch of Grammys. It won Album of the Year, Best Pop Vocal Album. Norah Jones won Best New Artist, and it also won Best Engineering for a non-classical album, which I didn't even know was a category, but it won it. So I think it was in 2003 was the Grammys where it cleaned up. Actually, fun fact, right after the Grammys, they saw like 600,000 sales of the record, like the weekend right after. So just a boost from getting all those Grammys and people checking her out after that. So, it's got a Metacritic score of 82 out of 100, which, all things equal, is pretty good. And I like Norah Jones coming into this, so that's my caveated to all of it when I got it. So on the front, comes in a nice kind of plastic outer. You've got the 100% Analog Masters hype sticker on there. It's the Analogue Productions quality guarantee, original master tapes, quality record pressing, unmatched quality control, deluxe packaging, limited edition, less than 1,000 records per stamper, released in limited quantities, and then the quality records pressing on there as well. And then you've got Norah Jones on the front. So that's the front side. You can just see her face. Again, it's a great, gatefold jacket here. When you open it up, it's got the lyrics and the credits for all the songs on the inside on kind of a nice seascape, as it were. Some credits and thank yous and things like that on the inside, which is great as you're going through and just listening to the songs, checking out the tracks. And speaking of the tracks, on side A, you've got Don't Know Why, which is one of the bigger hits from the album, then 7 Years, then a cover of Cold Cold Heart, Feeling the Same Way, Come Away With Me, Shoot the Moon, and Turn Me On. And then side B, you've got Lone Star, I've Gotta See You Again, Painter Song, One Flight Down, Nightingale, The Long Day Is Over, and The Nearness of You. And as I've been listening to this album, the songs that tend to get stuck in my head are Cold Cold Heart, then you got the Painter Song, Lone Star, and Nightingale. For some reason, whenever I'm listening to side 2, a lot of that gets really kind of catchy in my ear. It came with this nice, like not quite a MoFi inner sleeve, but it might be a MoFi sleeve, just white labeled for quality record pressing. I couldn't tell. I had some extra MoFis lying around, so I just replaced it ahead of time, but it did come with a nice inner sleeve as well. But let's take a look at the record itself and the label. It's a 180 gram, audiophile quality stuff here that we were getting into. Black vinyl, and again, the record label, it shows side A here. There you go. And, it's just, again, matching that seascape kind of laid back vibes. I put this on, with the kids while we were making dinner one night, and it was, very, very relaxing in the midst of all the chaos that was going on. Who might like this album? If you were, again, it sounds great. So that's one thing about it. If you don't know who Norah Jones is, and you kind of like jazzy, bluesy, folksy songs, singer-songwriter types. If you don't know who Norah Jones is, but you like singer-songwriter type music, this might be a nice album to check out. Again, it was highly critically acclaimed back in 2003, which is 18 years ago now, which is a little bit crazy to think about that this album is 18. But again, it's super high quality. Norah Jones sounds great on the album. The band is very much, kind of supporting her voice. So if you like female singers, if you like kind of female jazz singers, even like an Ella Fitzgerald type stuff, if you're into that type of music, this might be similar, a little bit more low tempo, a little bit more laid back, putting on while you're relaxing, putting on when you're having a nice, adult beverage or frosty sparkling beverage or whatever. Yeah, I really dig this album. Mike was right, so thanks to Mike. If you're seeing this, you did it. You got me. Bought Norah Jones. I did it. It was $35. I think it was $34.99. And I bought the Sidewinder as well, so I got free shipping, so that was nice. And yeah, it's something I'm gonna keep playing, keep reaching for it, keep spinning it, and keep listening to it, because I think it's just, again, like a great record, a great sounding record, using Norah Jones's voice as kind of the key star to all of it. So if you made it this far into the video, thanks for watching. Be sure to hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and hit the bell so you're notified when we check out new records, old records, records that we have lying around, all that fun stuff. We go through, we break down what you get in the package, what it looks like on the inside. We look at the story of the album, what the context was, when it was produced, how it came into being, and then we also go over who the album is good for, like who we would recommend it to and why, when you might want to listen to it, or when you want to check it out. So again, thanks for watching this far, and this is Steve from Steve Spins Records, signing off.